Could you please tell us what the letters FBI stand for? We know it stands for Federal Bureau of Investigation, but it also stands for something else.
We consider FBI to stand for the words fidelity, bravery, and integrity.
Mr. Director, I have begun to have serious doubts about some in the FBI, serious doubts about the integrity of some of the highest levels of the FBI because of actions taken by your agency over the past 2 years. And that is so disappointing because your agency does such important work, as you expressed in your opening statement. Is there anything in those charging documents that there was a coordination between the Trump administration and the Russians?
Congressman, I'm not going to comment beyond what's in the charging documents. I think you can draw your own conclusion.
We should get to the bottom of, we should know the truth. We should know whether there was collusion between Russia and the President of the United States. We should also know whether there was collusion between any department who tried to interfere with our elections. So can you tell me, was there collusion between the DOJ and Fusion GPS to use a Democratic-funded document for political and legal purposes?
I don't know the answer to that, Congressman. I would simply point out that the language I actually used in the appointing order was coordination, and I believe that was the language used by Director Comey when he publicly testified about an ongoing investigation. I did not use the word collusion.
Okay, so that coordination, was there any coordination between the DOJ and Fusion GPS to try to undermine an election of the United States?
If there were, Congressman, I'd be very concerned about it. As you know, there are ongoing reviews, and I'm not in a position to comment about that.
So there are ongoing reviews, so there could potentially be an investigation whether the DOJ and members of the DOJ actually colluded with an enemy of a political party and a political candidate to undermine the elections of the United States.
If there's any evidence that warrants it, Congressman, we'll do what's appropriate.
All right. So I think if you want to restore the trust of the American people, I think the Department of Justice has a duty to give us all the information that we have been asking for. We need to find out who started this investigation. We need to find out what the purpose was. If you have an individual who actually had a desire to have an outcome in a political race, and they decided to use the Department of Justice to investigate their political opponents, I think that is one of the worst crimes that has occurred in the history of the United States when it comes to politics. Do you agree with that?
It would, if that were what happened, Congressman, it would certainly be of great concern.
All right. Well, I hope that you are truly investigating this and that we get to the bottom of this. Thank you very much, and I yield back.